overview of the Type 96B. This tank is classified as a main battle tank, tier 8. It's a pretty good one actually. It's Chinese, and if I can get it up, it is based off of the whole of the it's the type 90. Hang on a minute. What is it? Is this it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. Preview. Yeah, it is. So the Type 96B is based off this tank. And basically the difference between the Type 96B and the Type 96A is basically the Type 96B has all the fancy stuff on it, like ERA, premium ERA, spaced armor, better gun handling, everything really. So you guys are probably wondering, what the hell is a Type 96B? Like I just said, it's basically a better Type 96A, a tier up. Okay, let's go through the stats. Damage 700. That's pretty good for a 125mm gun. Penetration is 800. That is pretty good actually. That's amazing. 800mm of pen. Sustained damage 5,201 damage per minute. That's a huge increase. You got, like, I don't know, for example, the Challenger 1 Falcon. It reloads faster, but it's got a pretty big drop in damage per minute. This takes 8.08 seconds to reload. That's a little bit faster than standard. Defense 2,700 hit points. That is actually pretty low for a 2.8. Whole armor. This is where it becomes really confusing. You see these ERA plates. Well, these are special ERA plates. The reason why I call them special ERA plates is because they can absorb hit after hit after hit after hit without depleting. And I know that sounds crazy, but I like to call it premium ERA because it's really insane. Like, you can have a shell hit here, like say hit this block. This block will be unscathed. Shell hits again and again and again. It's roughly around 5 or 6 hits, and then the block will disappear. Whole armor is 400 at the front. That's mediocre. But with these plates, it's pretty good. The low glaciers doesn't have any ERA, but the upper glaciers has this ERA, and the sloping is just stupid. 132 at the side, 49 at the rear. Yeah, it's not really looking that good. I mean, the Challenger 1 has better side armor and rear armor, but weaker frontal armor. The turret, this is where it becomes just weird. Right, I've done a little bit of research and found out that these plates here. Hang on a second, guys. So, these plates here are composite steel. So what that means is they've basically just slapped on an extra plate onto the front of the turret. And yes, the turret is actually, it's slightly weaker than standard. 74 at the sides. But this is where it becomes weird. With the Type 96A, it's a cage. It acts sort of like space armor, but I mean, it only blocks heat, missiles, and things like that. With the Type 96B, the cage has been replaced by, well, composite welded. As you can see here, composite frame, uranium plates here, and then in front of that you got composite steel. So you're probably gonna ask me in the comments, what the hell is a tank doing having uranium plates on the side of the turret? Why are they not just explosive reactive armor? Well, that's because it's really weird. It sort of acts like a storage area. As you can see here, like, I think there's a med kit, and then it's got like I think these are radar and all sorts. So this is really designed to protect any equipment that's in the slots here, but also it can protect the side of the tank's turret. Unfortunately, the front side of the turret is not protected that well, so 74mm, yeah, that's not gonna work. It's around 150 here. So 150mm, that's pretty bloody good. And no, that's not like the 74 at this. This is 150. At this, you get some insane armor. The rear of the turret is just god awful. 47mm, that is bad. And the worst thing is this is where the ammo lies. Yeah, that's really not going to help you a lot. Get a shell in there or a couple, you explode the ammo rack, you take off a huge amount of health. Mobility, and this is where this tank shines. 75 kilometers an hour, 3.31 seconds to get from 0 to 32, and that is amazing. That's beautiful. That's like I mean, it's faster than a tank destroyer. If I get up, I don't know, say this, faster than this. Right, it's nearly as fast as a light tank. So you got a tier 8 nearly call it a heavy tank. Main battle tank. It weighs 41.5 tons. And it can do 75, and it can get from 0 to 32 in 3.31 seconds. This has a really, really, really powerful engine. Very, very powerful engine. And again, you guys are probably going to say, oh, well, the weight could be, yeah, you got a bit of a problem there. This weighs 57 tons, and it takes twice the time to get up to 32. So it weighs slightly more than the Type 96B. Type 96B is a 40.5 degree hull traverse. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. And yeah, I know, I'm constantly flicking back. for tanks, because got trouble. The camo rating. Let's say if we take the Maverick, Maverick has it has mediocre camo rating. For a tank this size, it has pretty good camo rating, 19%. That's pretty good. View range is 435. Yeah, that's pretty bloody good. Targeting. This is weird. It's got 6 degrees of gun depression, and I'm not sure how high it's going to go up. I think it's about like 15 or 18 degrees. So I'm gonna have to look it up. Maximum, like it's got a 0.086. Like, what? That's the smallest circle I've ever seen on a main battle tank. That's like, you're not gonna miss anything. It's got a 1.62 aim time. That's pretty good. And the temperature first is amazing at 44.94 degrees a second. And just to clarify that, if we look at the AMX, the AMX has faster. The M60 is slower. So basically, this tank is just amazing. So I suspect you guys want to see some gameplay. So we're gonna go into some gameplay. So let's go into some gameplay. So, I mean, do you guys... I know that... unfortunately, this tank is not on the market anymore. And I did try and do a review of this tank when it was still on the market. Unfortunately, my audio system failed. It crashed. And I'm really sorry for that. And if you guys like this tank, I hope that it comes back on the market, because this is such a good tank. And it's got so many good features. It's faster than most main battle tanks. But it's just good. It's a good tank if you know how to use it. It's one of those tanks, not like, I don't know, the what's a really armored tank? The Challenger 2 or the what was it? The XM something, the tier 10 British. Those tanks, to me, I know this might like annoy some of you guys, but to me, it doesn't seem to take a lot of skill to play those tanks. But with this tank, understand how to play this tank, because it's a weird class of tank. It's like, how can I say this? It's in between of a main battle tank and a light tank. And also, the best thing about this tank is it has the speed boost modification, the override. So what that means is you're basically a light tank with speed boost modification. So yeah, and it only lasts for about 7-8 seconds. So don't keep your hopes up too much. But it gives you a massive speed boost. Instead of that 3.31 seconds, it takes literally a second to get from 0 to 35. This tank, it's not very good for shooting on the move. I have to say that. But it's good for bouncing most missiles. It does have a low alpha damage. But I mean, that's expected with a tank that is incredibly stupidly fast. And yeah. Like I said, the penetration isn't that bad actually. Come on, reload, reload, reload. Alright, he's dead. So we're just gonna. I mean, the gun depression doesn't really help that much. Oh, he's gonna look at me. I think he's still loaded. If this Leopard 2A5 can, you know, kind of. Oh, that's an XM1A3. Oh my god, he's got EI all over the place. Okay, we've killed a tier 9. I gotta point out one thing is this tank does not do well alone. This tank has to be in a platoon of 2 or 3. It cannot. It can hold itself for a little while, but if you start taking hits, you just gotta get out of there as fast as you can, because you're gonna end up dead. I mean, the speed boost really helps. I mean, you go just god awful fast. I gotta find this bomb truck. Where is it? There it is. That's not a truck, that's a fan, mate. So we're gonna. Oh, that was bad aim for me. Oh, that was a bounce. That was a pretty good bounce, actually. But that was obviously from a light tank, so that'd be expected. I want to be a bit careful here, because that looks like... Yeah, that's the Challenger 2. Oh... That's the experimental sec. Oh, no, back up. And I've lost no ERA, so that's good. Don't know what this guy is exactly doing, because he was doing practically no damage to me. Find a way to. Oh no, I'm gonna get no gun depression that way. Ah, there you go. That's one of the. Oh, 7. That'll kill this guy pretty quick. Oh, crap. Smoke. Obviously you're gonna suffer quite a bit. I can't really... So... Oh. Don't want to fight that guy, because... My damage per minute has gone down, because I got a damaged ammo rack, not damaged. God knows what. Ooh, he's penetrating my front of armor. That's not good. Really? I mean, this really... I need to scoot past this guy. Fuck. I hit my teammate. I didn't mean to do that. This tank, when you got the speed boost active, it takes forever to slow down. Now I can't aim. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, crap, I'm still reloading. I can't see, I can't see. There you go. He was hiding there, it's just... Who else is... Oh, crap. Oh, no. No, 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 please don't, please don't, please. Please. Oh, that was a hit to the ammo rack. Okay. He's gonna kill me. That 76mm can easily overmatch my low plate. What's around this car? Ooh, that's a lot of nasty tanks. That's a Terminator. Can I get a shot into the Terminator? Oh! Right into that wheel axle. There you go. Oh no. Oh! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Reload. Oh, and obviously if you get a damaged ammo rack and damaged auto-loading system, then yeah, your reload's going to be about 14.5 seconds. Oh, that's not good. Oh, someone's behind me. Don't like that. Oh, it's just a Bradley. No, he's dead. Oh, that's a leopard too. I mean, this 800mm pen really helps. I mean, you can just go through practically anybody. So that was a good, very good match. It's more of a, I would say it's more for like a scout. Even though it's a main battle tank, it doesn't really have main battle tank armor. If you're planning to go hold down with this, I mean, you could try, but it might work as the front of the turret is actually pretty weak. As I found out the first couple games when I first got the tank, they were able to penetrate my turret over and over and over and over and over and over again. Weak. I'm a little bit upset that it's not got ERA over it, as because it's just really not helping. So I did an alright game, 12,000 damage. Obviously the M1A1 aim did 17,000 because obviously, well, it's M1A1. So would I recommend the Type 96B? I bloody will recommend this tank when it comes on market again. You guys have to pick up this tank. It's so good. It's just such a good tank. It's I don't know what it is about the tank. It's just well, when I say I don't know what it is about the tank, things I gotta point out that are absolutely amazing about the tank. It's got ERA that practically doesn't diminish. And just to prove that it is ERA, yeah, ERA 20. So this is ERA, or as I like to call it, premium ERA, troll ERA, hacker ERA, you name it. It just does not diminish. It doesn't disappear. It just, you can hit this over and 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 over again. It just will not. It's one of those tanks where you just gotta watch yourself. And also, the amount of missiles I took at the side of the turret, they failed to penetrate. It was stupid. Yeah, I did receive 2 hits in the side of the turret. That was from the XM and the Leopard 2A5. So, I mean, this tank is godlike with its reload and armor and God knows what. As I said before, turret armor is a little bit I mean, it can pull up with damage, but if you see the size of this turret ring, it's massive. I mean, it's not big, but it's just, if somebody puts a good shot in there, they can mess up your turret. And as you saw, the first few hits I took, my turret was bust. I fixed my turret, and a few seconds later, my turret was bust again. So your turret is so vulnerable to hits. It's just, at the side, not so much. At the rear, it's complete garbage. At the front, it could have done with some ERA, but obviously they want to keep it as realistic as possible. But I mean, if it did have ERA, it would be the most broken tank in the game, because obviously, I mean, if you look at the sloping, I mean, it's 500, yeah, 570, sloped at like a 60-degree angle, or 45-degree angle, so, I mean, it's insane. And yes, I do have a cold, and I apologise for that. But I mean, this tank is it's just got everything going for it. It's like taking a tank destroyer, main battle tank, light tank, reconnaissance vehicle, and just smushing them all together. Obviously, artillery's no, because obviously it can't go. But you kind of understand where I'm coming from. It's got a main battle tank gun. It's got light tank speed. It's got well, has it got a main battle tank gun, or is this a tank destroyer gun? I think it's a tank destroyer gun, because look at the size of the gun. It's massive. If we look at the AMX 10 RCR, the gun is pretty big, and this is what, 105mm. And if we look at the Type 96B, it's just, I think this is off of a tank destroyer, to be honest. So I would recommend this tank. Is a pretty good tank. Everything's going for it. So I'll see you guys hopefully in the next review.